Hi, my name is Monica Moroge. I work with OpenBusiness and I'll be taking you through a brief demo of how the OpenBusiness app works. But first of all, I would want to introduce that the OpenBusiness app is a point of sale application that works mainly on the Android platform, and it helps you as a business owner to be able to track and record all sales that are happening in your business. Secondly, you're able to track inventory because the system has a way of monitoring. Once a sale is done, automatically it reduces the quantity that has gone out in form of a sale. Then thirdly, you can be able to access reports. So with no further ado, I want to start briefly. So once you log into the OpenBusiness app, this is the login screen. Once you download and you register, you should be able to see the login screen after the registration process. We have two logins here for the business owner and cashier. Business owner is you that registered on the account, and for the cashier is anyone you would want to add under your account as a cashier to help with the sales bit of it. So for this demo, I'll be showing you basically the business owner side, because the cashier, the only thing that a cashier does is sell. But for a business owner, they're able to do much more, and I'll be showing you the same during the demo. So once you come into this login screen, go on ahead to login business owner. Automatically the email and password, if you're already registered, will show in and will sign you in. If you forgot password, click on forgot password. You should be able to recover and have a reset of the password. So immediately you log in, you'll see the dashboard screen. The dashboard screen is just an overview of how your business looks like. If you want to see total sales, if you want to see inventory value, if you want to see how much cash books do the employees or do we have at the moment, what items do I need to reorder, what is my most profitable product, total customer debt, and all that information, you should be able to see it listed here. Then you can always filter by day. You can even filter by today, and you should be able to see the number of total sales and inventory value and all that information listed for today specifically. You can also even see the gross profit and net profit as of now and as of that day. You can also filter by shops, because OpenBusiness, you can add as many shops into this account and you're able to filter and know which shop you will want to see the data for. So dashboard is mainly an overview so that you're able to understand and see things and even have like a summary of everything in one screen. Okay, so the other thing that I would want to take you through is how to add a product once you're using OpenBusiness. So the three lines there is the menu. So if I keep on referring to it, that's what it means. So how do you add a product? Go to the menu, go to the shop management option, then click on products. Once you are in products, you are able to add the products here. So you click on the plus sign. You can add single, you can upload a file. There is a way we generate a template for you to be able to upload bulk items at once, but that is in another video that is on our YouTube channel under OpenBusiness Mobile POS app channel. Just go check it out on how to populate and even how to upload the bulk template. But for this demo, I'll show you how to add a single item, and then we can go now forward with that. But if you want to know how to bulk upload, just visit our YouTube channel. It has more of that, and maybe we shall link it. Somewhere so that you can be able to follow through for the bulk upload. So add single. You click on add single. You should see this screen. You write in the name. First, don't add the picture yet. Write in the name that is of the product that you're selling. Unit of measure, of course, it's per count and per piece. So put in the categories correctly. If you're putting in something to do with, maybe it's milk, you measure with ml. Okay, so you put in the right thing, that is volume. If it's something else that you measure with area or length, then put in that. So for the measurement, unit of measurement, then you put in the right ones depending with the products that you're adding. Then put in the category. For this one, of course, it's women's wear. Remember, if you do not have barcode, don't add it if it's not necessarily relevant to your business. That's why it's not a mandatory field. But you can always add barcode. And how do you do that? There's an option there, scan barcode feature. Click on that and you should be able to reflect the barcode for that item. Then we have the stock keeping unit, the SKU. It's not necessary for all businesses, but if you have unique identifiers for your business or products that you're adding and you have them already, then there's an option of adding that under the SKU, that is the stock keeping unit. Then reorder level is mandatory. Reorder level, especially for goods, it's very, very mandatory, because you want to be alerted when something is running out so that you can always restock on time. So for this, you can put in 2. And before I move further away, you can see there's a product type. You select one, whether you're adding a good or a service, or you're selling good or a service, you can be able to add these products. So don't feel limited that adding or the point of sale is used for business selling goods. Even those that are selling services, you can be able to add a product and ask and put in the product type as service. And we will add one service so that you see how that looks like, because it's a bit different from goods. So once we have added the reorder level, we have the description. You can put in the description if you want to put in the description for the same. Then you can move on to next step. And the next step, you can see the active or not for sale. So of course, if you're selling it to customers, it's active. If you're not selling it to customer, you click not for sale. If you're giving active discounts as well, click on active discounts so that you can put a certain percentage of discounts you usually give. Then we have opening stock. Especially for those that are selling goods, it's important for you to add the opening stock. So add in the opening stock that you currently have once you counted in the business. Then buying price, how much do you buy 1 unit of that trench coat? So for example, say I buy it at 1500, and at selling price I'll sell it at 3500. So we have different prices. That is the retail price, wholesale price, minimum price. Retail price is the selling price. You can have wholesale price if they're buying maybe a lot of goods. Then we have the minimum price, that is the least price that you would want to sell that specific product. So you can always set if you have different prices, but if you only have one, do not feel pressure to add all the rest. Just add one and choose it to be used as the price to sell with. Then click on selling price. Then we have tax. You can put in tax if you want the system to keep a record of tax, and I'll show you under reports. There is a place that the system generates VAT reports under the products that you have sold, and you had indicated tax under them when you are adding. Then we have commissions, especially if you're doing services for specific salons or barber shops. You'll find that they usually pay their employees via commissions once they do a certain service. So for you that pay via commissions to employees once they maybe sell a certain service or product, please add in the commission percentage for this product if that is necessary for you. If it's not, just leave it as that. If you do not usually use commissions for your employees, leave it at that. But if you do, it's very important that you calculate for each. If I'm giving them 200, how much is a percentage, so that it can always, and the system can always regenerate, because we have also commission statement reports, and that way you are able to know how to pay them. Then publish online. We are working on having an online market platform. When you're using OpenBusiness, you can be able to publish and post your products online, and the online customers can be able to buy from you. But this is work that is ongoing. So this is a feature that we are still working on, and that's why you're seeing it there. But once it's launched, anyone who will be using OpenBusiness will enjoy, an online marketing platform. You're able to post online and also receive customers online, and even have to buy. Customers online can buy from you directly. So once you have added those information, just click on add. Remember, I've not added the picture yet. So how do you add the picture later on? After you have added the details, then go back to that specific item and then click on add picture, and that way you're in a position to add picture and it will be saved automatically. So how do you add a service? So maybe you can add ironing and double tick. So this is a service. We are adding a service, and I don't know if you offer such service, but I want to show you how to add a service, because for services you do not have certain things that will be put in under the goods when you're trying to add a product. Under this, you put in other categories, then you put in services. Once you put in service, you do not have to add the reorder level because that is not needful for you, especially if you're having service or you're selling as a service. Then, of course, under service, there's no opening stock, there's no buying price, but it's just the selling price. So that's what you shall indicate here. And say maybe for ironing, I usually charge 500 bucks. And then you save. And then especially for services, I know commissions might be a thing that you usually use to pay your employees, so add in the commission for each. So if they do this, I'm going to pay them 2% commission of this amount. And then, of course, go on ahead to add that specific product. I've added a service called ironing. So that's how you add a service, and that's how you add a good as well. So I'll proceed on further to show you how to sell on the app. So how do you perform a sale? Go to the menu, go to selling, and if you have added all the products the way I've shown you, or if you decide to do a bulk upload, then you can be able to see all the products listed here. And then if a customer comes in, just click on the products that they have bought. And maybe for this case, we can do whatever we have just added. So we can do for the trench coat, and we can even add for strawberry lip gloss. So anything that the customer has chosen, click on that specific item. And you can even go on ahead to search. And once you search, if you have a long list of items, you can be able to do that. Then go on ahead to current sale. If you want to modify the quantities, you can see current sale updates automatically. Once I add a product, it updates automatically. And then you can click on current sale, then click on that specific product, and on that specific product that you want to modify the quantity or the price, click on it, and then you should see this pop up how you're able to do modification of quantity and even price. So quantity, click on it and even change, or you can even go on ahead, edit automatically. And then you can even modify price, offer a discount. This is where you offer a discount from. You can even go to on ahead to switch selling price. You can even go on ahead to include tax or even markup price, and then you can go on ahead to update. So once you do that, it picks the new price and it doesn't change the other price for the other product, and also the quantity, and automatically increases. You see how much the customer is being charged. So that is basically it. If you want to change anything, modify quantity, modify price, even offer a discount, just click on that product and you'll have a pop-up that allows you to be able to do that. Moving on, now you can see we have options called charge, quote, and cancel. So if you want to go on ahead to charge, you can charge, but for the quotes feature, you can be able to quote to a customer. So once you click on quote, just click on the customer that you want to quote to. You have to assign a customer, whether existing in the database or new. So you click on existing. You can, if they're already existing and added customers, you will see that and you can choose them. If it's a new customer, just add in the details and they will be added in the database. And then after that, you can assign and click on yes if you want to post a quote, and then go on ahead to. Remember, this doesn't decrease the inventory. This doesn't decrease the inventory. This is just a quote so that the customer can see how much they will be needed or needing. Then you can be able to share quote via WhatsApp, via email, or the apps that you have. Then you can also print that quote to give to a customer. And once that is done, you can always go back to new sale. So that is how to quote. That is the first process. Then I'll show you how to sell. So we can still do the trench coat again. We can still do something else, maybe like nail polish, and then you go on to current sale. I've said you can modify. If there's no need to modify, you can go on ahead to charge. Remember, for this, we're trying to now charge, not quote. So under charge, you can always assign a customer, and we advise, especially for customers that maybe are buying the unpaid order or it's a credit sale, it's important that you assign a customer. Once you assign a customer, you should be able to get the existing or new and add new information about that customer. If you do not need, this is a walk-in customer, do not feel the pressure to add their names. Don't even feel, you're not obligated to add the names of the customers, but if this is something that you want to keep record of, that is the customers that are buying from you, then it's important for you to do so. Then choose the payment methods. You can always enable or disable under settings whichever payment methods that you usually use for your business. But for this, shows all the payment methods, and even bank, I believe, has been disabled. But we have other payment payment methods that you can enable under settings. So we have cash, M-Pesa, and paid order, credit card, check, credit, sale, invoice, and split the bill. So you can receive via cash, you can receive via M-Pesa, and all these other payment methods. We have split the bill, and I want to focus on this for this specific demo. Split the bill allows you to choose different payment methods. If it's cash, if it's M-Pesa, if some of it is going via credit sale, then you can always choose this. So you can add in the payment methods that you want, and once you do that, you can click on cash. Say cash, they're paying via 10,000 maybe, and then go on ahead to say M-Pesa, they're paying via this amount, and put in the reference amount, the reference code I mean. So once you do that, that has been received, then you go on ahead to pay. And if you can see, automatically it has generated a receipt. So we'll be talking about the devices later on, but these are the devices that we also retail. And as you can see behind me, or on my background, we have different images that we'll be talking about later on. So automatically it prints, and this is how the receipt looks like. Yes, so after you've done that, then go on ahead to new sale. Under new sale, now you can sell again. So whatever I've just shown you, that's the same thing that the cashiers will see, and that's the only thing that they're able to do. So the selling process is same on the end of the business owner or cashier. It's just the same. There's not much difference. So we shall go back, and maybe I can show you how the system tracks inventory. Remember, we sold four trench coats. So I want to show you how automatically the system can be able to help you monitor your inventory. So you go to menu, we go to shop management, we go to inventory. Under inventory, we look at that specific item that we added, that is the trench coat. Initially we had added 50 and we have sold 4, so currently they are at 46. And maybe another thing to mention, under inventory there are no services. Reason being, service doesn't have inventory. That one you can see under products. I hope that is clear. So you can see how the system is tracking, and you can see even for other different products it's tracking, but you can see now the system is keeping check of what you have currently. Even after a sale is done, automatically deducts. And that is how OpenBusiness can be helpful in monitoring your inventory. Then I'll go on ahead to quotes. Quotes, remember we had done a quote before, so that specific quote, and then you can click on the 3 dots into convert to order. So this is where you will receive charge. So if you already done a quote, there's no need of now going ahead to maybe redo the sale again. I want to show you something we call the cash box. What is a cash box? A cash box is, the system keeps a record. Once the sales are done or any payments have come in, it will keep a record so that you are able to know per each cashier how much money are they handling at any given moment in that day. Even the sales, even payments received, different ones, how they have been received. And this filter you're seeing here, it's for each cashier, so you're able to know, for example, like Monica, so far what has she done? And this is the end of the business owner. The cashier cannot be able to see this, as I mentioned. So you can also see Justin, or you can even look at someone else and see what they totally have or they currently have at cash, and you can see. So each cashier here, you can see their details. How much total cash do they have at hand, and how much total sales have they done. Then we have the withdraw, the deposit, and the reconcile. This function helps you to be able to account for any money that the cashier maybe withdraws for a specific purpose. May it be for banking, may it be for paying it out an expense, maybe electricity or water bills. Even if you're not there, they are able to do that, and you can be able to see that if anything is done. But for this, maybe we'll talk more about it. I will not delve much deeper into it. For you to need more, or for you to understand more, we help with a training that goes on in depth to help you understand how the cash box works. But basically it helps you know how much each cashier has at any given moment, and you can be able to see how much float do they have. The customers that maybe have paid credit to payments, how much they have received. if they have sold goods, how much for those that have been sold via credit, via check, via M-Pesa, via cash, and you can see all that information here, and you're able to know for each and every cashier. You can also see for all cashiers here and see how much money all of them do have at any given time, and you can see it helps you understand and be able to know how much total cash you expect at any given point in the day. So automatically this, every time a sale is done, it updates, and you're able to keep up with how much cash they have. Always know. Yeah, and authorize maybe for banking or even for payment for a supplier, and that is something they can be able to do. But for more training on the cashiers on how to use Cashbox, that one has to be done by our consultants. This is just a very brief demo for you to understand how the app works. Then you can be able to add cashiers under your account. So you can go to relationship management, add cashiers from there, add customers, suppliers, and employees under that. So directly I'll want to head on to reports. I had mentioned that the app can help you with reporting. So we have different reports. We have under inventory management, we have a category of reports. You can be able to see everything about stock and what has been done. Under sales, we have different reports, sales reports, status report, and all that regarding to sales that have been done. We have also expense reports, we have employees report. This is where I was talking about the commission statements. If you usually pay them via commission, no need to write in a book because this report generates automatically commission statement report for products that you had mentioned you want to track commissions in. Then we have cash management reports. Every time you do a cash box reconciliation, and I believe this can be covered during the training, there is more to this during the training. So you have an in-depth understanding of how to reconcile even your cash box in the system. We also have business reports, different reports. Talk about customer statement reports, supplier statement, gross profit, net profit reports, and then we have the exportable reports. But for this specific segment, I'll want to focus mainly on the sales report and the exportable reports. Then the rest we can always, during the training, you can always go through each and every one of them and see how and the data that is presented from these reports. So under sales report, this is where you're able to see all sales done in a day, and it also keeps a record. Since you joined or started using OpenBusiness, you can see maybe from 2021, January, February, March, and even narrow down by day. So you can always filter by shops, even mode of payment. If you want to see how much has come in through M-Pesa, you can be able to see that and even narrow down and cross-check with whatever you have as M-Pesa statements you receive for your till number. You can also want to see by cashiers who is doing what and how much are they bringing into the business. Then it's possible for you to have that and even see how much each is bringing to the table. So that is very important, especially if you would want to check on the productivity of the cashiers that you have employed. So that is how the system works in regards to sales reports. You can even go narrow down to that specific day and see the specific units, and I believe I'll leave you to that, and you can maybe explore that as well. Then we have under business report, we have gross profit and net profits, and I know this is very important for you to know the profitability of your business, and this you can see under that. Then we have the exportable reports. Remember I had mentioned about VAT. If you want to have a record of the VATs, especially for products that you have added tax, you can be able to see VAT reports here and even export them in a format to your email. So once you click on maybe a specific report, you are allowed to choose from when to when you will want that report to be generated, and then once you click on that and you click on save, automatically it sends you a report or a verification to show you, or a message to show you that the report has been emailed to your email that you had used to register or is registered on this account. So that is how the exportable reports work, and we're in a position to see the VAT reports in a format that you can get via email. So basically that is a reporting segment of it. Maybe the rest you can look through. Settings is just normal. Payment methods, business profile, if you want to connect a printer, if you want to change how the receipt looks like, that is something you can do. But my main focus will be on the account renewal. So how do you renew? Remember, OpenBusiness is a subscription-based app. Of course, there's a free trial once you register. So we have different packages catering for you. We have one that goes for 500 called the business owners package. It's usually at the top. Maybe right now it's missing on this because it's a demo account. But on your newly set account, you should see the business owner package account that goes for 500, that allows only the business owner. Then we have the starter package, allows 2 users, that is you yourself and 1 cashier, going for 1,000 bob. We have the quarterly and annually payments on all the packages I'll be talking about, and of course quarterly and annually payments are discounted. We have the basic package allowing up to 5 users, that is inclusive of yourself and 4 cashiers, going for 1,500 per month. We also have the professional package for 15 users, that is yourself as well as 14 other cashiers, going for 2,500. We also have the enterprise package, allows up to 40 users, that is yourself and 39 other cashiers, that is 3,000 per month. And you can see all of them do have the quarterly and annually. If you have or don't want to be limited to the number of employees, we have that option as well, where it goes for 20,000 per month, quarterly and annually is also there, and it's also discounted. So once you are ready, you can choose according to the number of users you would want to add. Then once you do that, you go on ahead to select whichever you want. Maybe you can go with that, and once you do that, we have different options for you to pay via M-Pesa or PayPal. And if you're maybe not in Kenya or not based in Kenya, you can use PayPal. If you can use M-Pesa, that is something that you can be able to do. Click on M-Pesa. You see the number that you used to register with, automatically picks it up. You can always change the mobile number if you're paying via different number. You can always change that and click on pay now. And once you do that, it takes you to the M-Pesa aspect of it. You're able to pay out if you have enough money in your M-Pesa, because it's an automatic process, and once that has been received, automatically it increases your number of days, and maybe I'll show you where. So click on pay now if you want to pay via M-Pesa, but if you do not have M-Pesa in your country, then you can do PayPal. That is something you can do. So how do you see your package after you have paid for it? Go to settings, then go to account status. So you can see after you've paid out, it will show or paid for the package that you want. You should see the subscription plan that you have paid for, the date that you subscribed, and how many days now are remaining. So the process is automatic. Once you pay for it, it extends to the number of days. Then that is it. So basically that is a tad bit brief of how the app works. What we have is a handheld device. This is a handheld device that I'm using to even present here. This one, for the handheld devices, you can add a SIM card. Remember, purely on OpenBusiness is an online system that uses internet. So if you want to add a SIM card, that is something you can do. We have ports to do so. The device can also scan barcode. So if you're using these devices, you don't need to have maybe an extra barcode to help you with that. It can always do that. But if you want to have one, you can also integrate. You're not limited to using the device's camera. So you can also do the printing. And we retail these devices. We actually sell these devices. This one is commonly referred to as the desktop device. It comes in a larger screen. It's purely printing or works on the Android platform. It's not Windows. Then we have the internal printing. You can be able to print from this end. Then we have the tabletop. Has a customer display screen, can print as well, and can be stationed. You can even add a cash box for the desktop and the tabletop if you want to add, because it has ports that can allow you to integrate with the cash box. We also do have other accessories. We have a barcode scanner. We also do have thermal printers if you want to connect to or get a separate thermal printer. And there's also something else we help with as OpenBusiness. I know at times setting yourself up can be a bit of an issue. So I had mentioned about training before. So we usually also have other services that we offer called setup and training services. So for the setup, we can help you and you send someone to help you with adding your products into the system through the bulk upload method. I know that is something you can be able to do on your end, but if you would want assistance on our side, we help with that, and there is a cost for the same. Then we have training. So as I mentioned, the cost for this, it's also inclusive of training. What do we mean by training? We train everyone. That is inclusive of you, the business owner, the cashier, and any other person you will want trained to use the system. So that is important for the training to be done holistically. And I know for the demo, I've not completely told you or shown you around the app quite well, but during the training, it's comprehensive. It covers everything end to end, and so you're able to know how to do what, and your questions are answered as well. So the setup and training services, and also it's inclusive of both setup. Even after you have done the setup, we usually revisit you to see, and even if there is need for retraining, we do that. So we have for different products. We have grouped this according to the number of products you wanted to you want to add. If you have 1 to 10, you can be able to, you will be paying 3,250. 1 to 50 products you pay 6,500, and for 51 to 500 you pay 7,500. So we have this according to the number of products uh, you have and you want to add into the system. And as I've mentioned, this includes the training and also the post setup visits that our consultants usually do. We also have 500 to 1,000, that is going for 9,500, and then we have up to 2,000, we have it going for 17,500. Then we have up to over 2,000 products, we charge 32,500. But this helps with setting up, training, and also post setup visit. If you're not in Nairobi County, if you're outside Nairobi County, we also have consultants that can visit you in whatever locality you are in, especially in Kenya. For those that are not in Kenya, we usually offer virtual setups if you want us to help you with that, and also virtually training your cashiers and virtually training you as a business owner. If you want to visit us, our demo shop is in Junction Trade Center along Accra Road. We're open from Monday to Friday and even Saturday as well. Monday to Friday on normal working hours, and Saturday from 8 to 1 p.m. We are on 6th floor, room 603. Thank you.